I gotta go. I got to go. I'm going to Soma to return PJs. I'm gonna go have a little appetizer and a drink with my sister because I still owe her birthday drink and appetizer. So we like to go out and just have an appetizer and drink. I'm gonna do that, go to Soma, make some returns, have a cute little night out with my sister. And then tomorrow I am going to meet my boyfriend for dinner. So that'll be cute. I got a nice little bonus, so he wants to take me out for dinner. I thought that was sweet. He even called and made the reservation and everything. I was like, wow, who's this? Who that? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to pop on real fast because I'm sitting here getting ready anyways. Brucey is, of course, behind me, making all kinds of noise. What else is new? What else is new? You guys, I was so unmotivated today. Just so unmotivated. I wanted to go get my car washed. I was going to go to UPS. I didn't do any of it. I just didn't feel like it. And you know what? I feel like I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself lately, to get things done. And sometimes, you just need a good old sit on the couch and ponder things kind of day. I did spend quite a bit of time doing tarot. So it's just, hello, Brucey. Well, he's like, you complain I don't contribute. And here I am, messing up your bed in the background for entertainment value. Well, thank you, Bruce. Thank you so much. What was I just saying? Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't do anything I thought I was going to do. So, there's that. I did get my video. I did get all the videos done. I do have another one. I did a tropical smoothie one in the meantime, so I'm going to load that one tomorrow. And I talk about all kinds of things in there and try some tropical smoothie. It's yummy. But you'll see this after this one, so that'll be days after for you. I'm trying to keep up a little bit of a couple days. That way if I have the same thing happen again, I already have things going. But, oh, yeah, so I did my one video where I put all of them together. It was like 2 hours long, you guys. I had to cut so much stuff out of there. And a lot of it was me just sitting there blow drying my hair, chit-chatting, talking. And I was like, I don't have to put all this out there. I can just... You get the point. So I was going to, I had a whole bunch of things. I actually needed an email of potential client, and that's not happening. I thought it was going to be later when I went out with my sister. But my nephew's going to be getting there earlier. And so while she's waiting to get off of work, I'm going to go hang out with my nephew for a little bit. But I found out kind of late. So I also didn't do anything I was going to do today. I did get my laundry put away. So yay for me. I did just take a shower. So yay for me. Lots of progress. I did read my second entry in the Tolstoy book, which you'll see by the time you see this. You may have already seen that tropical smoothie. So I'm getting places, people. I am getting places. So yeah, so that's the plan. That's what's going down. Oh, I am going to talk to my sister about YouTube today, though, because if I'm going to have her on, she's going to have to know about it. I don't even have time to curl or anything. I need to get going. I'm just going to pause this, okay? Okay, yeah, I also grabbed a necklace. So in order to keep these videos a little shorter, me doing things like searching, I need to pause and then do it. That way they're not so long of a video. I think I'm going to go with this cute little hair clip. I've been liking this. I've been liking this one. Hold on, I got to find a brush now. I found all the brushes. I reorganized. I have one of those office things that you're supposed to keep office supplies in, like a 6 drawer or whatever. And I have a whole bunch of my stuff in there for makeup and hair. So yeah. Oh, so that's what I was talking about. So I'm going to go to have some ramen this weekend. I think probably ramen. I mean, he's been wanting to take me to this one ramen spot since we've been together. So, there we go. There we go. So we're going to go do that. And then we're going to go stop by, he knows a friend in the downtown scene. So we're going to go stop by, say hi afterwards, grab a beer at one of the breweries. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be a good, fun Saturday night. Oh, although I have heard that it might snow Sunday night and Monday. So we'll see, you guys. I also don't know if this is just going to be a video or used for some of those longer ones. So who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, I didn't really have a purpose on here. I just was like, I'm going to sit down and do something with myself. Let me vlog it. Is that what it's called? Am I a vlogger? You guys, when I do these little claw clips, I like to get a little, you know, a little volume. It always looks weird when people like do this claw clip and then it's like super flat and then it just goes. And I have a natural kind of wave going on with my hair today, so we're working with what we got. I watched some of that Watts lady again today. She was still up to her stuff, still living her life, doing her thing. It's nice to see. So yeah, I think I'm going to vlog whatever we do today. So that should be fun. So yeah, so I'm somewhere out and about getting drinks. I gotta talk to my sister. Her name's Jessica. About possibly coming on my YouTube. I also want her to film me a little bit, like while we're doing stuff. It'd be kind of cool if wherever we go, you know, you get to see stuff. So, but I can't be like setting a tripod up. I'm being like, no, there's nothing here, nothing's going on. I'm definitely not filming myself right in front of you. I think it might be fun, something for us to do together. So we'll see. I'm excited to report back how she takes it, if she's as good as how my boo did. This is that Marc Jacobs Perfect. I'm just gonna put this on. Like I said, it's nice and light. I like it. So yeah, you guys, I sorry that this was a little bit of a letdown. Maybe I'll use it as an intro for another video, but yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go return some PJs because they're too big. Well, they probably fit now because I'm a wee bit bloated. That's okay. I'm gonna return some PJs. I want to check out their underwear too because I really like Selma's underwear. They have really comfy underwear. So I'm going to go check that out. Maybe get some new undies. There you go. Can't talk while I put on lip liner. And then go have a bite. We both had stuff we got to take back to UPS, so I might try to squeeze that in. But we're going to a mall on a Friday night at dinner time, so it's like just trying to get to the mall, just trying to find parking, like just trying to do what we already want to do. So, oh, somebody's here. That's probably her. Okay, guys, I'll see you soon. I'll try to Hey guys, just got out of the bar, having a great time. Somebody doesn't want to be on camera, but that's okay because I do. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye. I saw this hack about doing eyeliner as a lip liner. I don't think so. Does it look good? No, it doesn't. And it's just kind of like smudging around. You guys, I don't think this is a look. Anyways, I'm heading out. I just wanted to get on real fast and chat. I did have a great time with my sister last night. A wee bit hungover today. I'm heading out, going out for date night with my boyfriend. We're going out and have some ramen tonight, so I'm excited about that. I did tell my sister about my YouTube hopes and dreams, and she did give me the answer I was expecting. So It's okay. Don't be mad at her though, because this is like the 100th time I've told her I'm going to go do something. And, you know, she's like, okay, we'll see if you're still doing this 2 weeks later. She did not want to be on the YouTube, and she hasn't gotten back to me about the podcast yet. So she's thinking it over. I don't know. I'm so distracted. What? I think I jacked it up. I think I messed it up. I think I got a little crazy. Oh, I hope it's not like a weird. I might have to take this off a little early. Look, that side's all right. What'd I do? Okay, not all is lost. See, this is where I put that eyeliner, lip liner on. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go reapply to try to cover up the eyeliner, and then it stains my like chapped areas. Oh boy, I gotta go fix these. Excuse me. I think I fixed them. Oh my! Look at that. Very cool. Caught me off guard. Hold on just a quick sec. I'm not cutting that. I'm going to keep it. I'm just sitting here setting up for my video I'm going to make today. I brought a little snack plate with me because I'm going to be in here for a little bit. So I got me some cherries. There's a green apple because I think I've talked about it before on videos. I'm having a hard time remembering what I've talked about on videos, and now that I've done some of these edits, I've cut out some conversations that I've had with you guys, so now I'm like, did I talk to you, or did I, and then you just don't know about it. Anyways, I told you guys about this. I was sitting here, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, I'm kind of starting to get peckish, but I'm not super hungry. I may just get some fruit and sit it next to me, that way if I get hungry, and as soon as I sat it down, I started snacking on it. And I just came in here, and you're in my, what is this called? Ring light. And here comes Bruce within 2 seconds. Where is he? There he is. There he is with that handsome guy. I already have like 10 things I've wanted to tell you. Now try to remember all of them. Stay focused, Amanda. Anyway, so I was just sitting here in my ring light. That's what it's called, ring light. And I'm just waiting for another episode to upload. I got things I want to talk to you guys about. And I turned on the camera and I wasn't ready. And I was like, oh, let me take a bite of the cherry because you just spit the pits out. And I'm like, I don't want to be sitting here like spitting pits out. So let me just take a bite of the cherry because I have a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just sitting here getting ready to press it. And then it goes 3, 2. And I was like, and then it came on. I was like, oh, we're live. We're live. We are live. Well, I guess not live. We're live in my house right now. We're live. Okay, what are the other 10 things that just came to my mind that I want to tell you guys about? And now I've blanked on all of them. Okay, first of all, the bed thing. I keep seeing, like, I know a lot of these things, Bruce is in my bed. I know people have a lot of opinions about that. I am personally not a fan of dogs in the bed. One, my dog is 75 pounds and sleeps horizontally and thinks he owns the bed. So I end up with like this much. And eventually if I toss and turn enough, he'll be like, and get down and leave me alone. So he doesn't usually make it all night in the bed with me. But when he goes to bed, he likes to go to bed with me. I tried when I moved here. I was like, I really want a white bed. I love white beds. I just think there's something magical about like a soft white bed. I mean, I like lots of linens, lots of pillows, different textures. I want fuzzy, I want silky, I want gentle, I want everything. I want like to just dream of a bed. You can't have a nice white bed with a big black dog because he just gets hair everywhere. So there's that. And then he gets mud on things. I'm constantly having to wash my bed, especially in the summertime. So I've just gone to like a blanket at this point. I have a really pretty white comforter under there. I tried not to let him sleep on the bed, but I mean, it had just been, I mean, he's like 8 years old. You guys can't teach an old dog new tricks. So unfortunately, he is in the bed with me forever and ever. But he eventually gets kicked to the curb, or he chooses to leave to find his own curb. So there's that bed thing. I was like, somebody's going to say something about the fact I have a bed, and that's okay. It's your bed. You do what you want. I don't want him in my bed, but I'm not sitting there fighting with him all night about it. Also, I do have a treat for you guys. That's why I have on this ugly shirt today. I'm going to do my roots. It's happening. I also just uploaded another video to YouTube. So I did, this is that longer format one, the one that I've been like bitching and complaining. I had to bleep out a few F-bombs. I left some of the stuff in there, but I'm like, Amanda, you cannot keep cussing in these videos. Trying to get my life together, guys. So I got creative. Did all this stuff on the free version of CapCut, went to go publish it, and I was like, no, you used a whole bunch of sound effects that were pro. And I was like, oh. And then I tried to get pro, and it was just, and I was just like, okay, what do I do? So I just went in and changed it. So it took a little longer that I wanted to. It's also my first like real edited in CapCut uploaded to YouTube video, so don't expect much, guys. I was just trying to play around with, oh, excuse me, I'm drinking seltzer water and I always get burped. I don't know why I drink seltzer water before I get on camera. I'm just like drinking a beer and then trying to have a conversation. Anyways, as long as drawn out, it took me way too long. I'm going to get better. I'm working on the transitions. I added a couple cute little things. I don't want it to be like too edited. You know, this is just about me being real. So we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys like it. This was just on my phone. I'll probably just post this weekend sometime. I don't think I'm going to do a whole bunch of editing. I wanted to post it with, I tried this eyeliner, lip liner. Oh my gosh. And then when I saw the video, I was like, I look so pretty, but what is on my lips? Oh my, oh my. Also, I told you guys I would play around with this light. So I like this light. Now, something you learn as a designer is the effect of light, like on your mood. So light varies throughout the day. So when light comes up in the morning, you know, it's the bright light, it's the morning light, it's that blue light transitioning, you know, and then it comes into more of like a daylight, and then it transitions into a softer yellow light. So I'm not a big fan of yellow light bulbs. I just don't think they're great. I do like to mix my lighting. You know, like I like to have white light, some daylight, some warm light. And so at night, I tend to go for like lamps and things. During the day, I want more task-oriented lighting. And then in the morning, I want to keep it just kind of like waking me up, easing into the day. So that's what this does. It has 3 different lights. You got your white light now. Where's this the blue? Hold on. No. Okay, this is the more yellow light. Oh, and then it goes yellow. Okay, I see. So we're doing the damn thing. Okay. Oh, and off. Hey. And light. See, it just gives me a little more light. So I've been doing this one. Especially when I'm working with colors and stuff, I want the brightest one. I have not tried the RG. Ooh, red. Oh, I thought that was, oh, green. Blue. It's a party. It's a party up in here. It's a party. Yeah. You guys like that? No, I can't sit here and do this today with this going. Oh my gosh, who was texting me? Anyways, okay, let me get, oh, there we go. Hey, look at me doing shit. All right, so we're going to do my roots. We are going to do my roots today. So my hair's dirty, which is always good. If you're going to dye your hair, make sure it's dirty. Don't do it freshly washed, because you actually want what's left on your hair to like protect it when you go to do this. So I do have to like first brush my hair. I did run my hands through it. I've been doing things today, you guys. I've been doing things. I had things I have to do, okay? I'm a very doable lady. Well, go with it. So I sit here, I'm like, I have all these things to say, and then I get on here and it's like, and then I'll remember. So the first thing I want to do is start going through this, because I bought this a while ago. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a hair cutting kit, because it's running out of stuff. So I haven't really peeked in here. I think I got like something out of here, and then I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, cute little, I think that's to put like your brush in. Oh, I think this is like an actual cape. That would be nice, because then I don't have to ruin all of my clothes. And also, if you guys do like painting, like I paint, I bleach a lot of stuff. This is my bleach shirt. You know, hold on to those shirts. I stick them in the back of my closet, and then when I need to dye my hair or do something, I have, oh, look at how cute this is. She's a professional. Okay. Probably look better in the videos than my old bleach situation. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Hey, look at me. All right. You know, I probably should just turn this, because I really just don't want to get the color all over the back of me and my, this is a cheap watch here, so I don't really care. Do I have anything important? No, nothing important. Oh, I was going to brush my hair. Okay. Do you guys have ADD? Because I do. I was not blessed with ADHD. I feel like if you're going to get one, maybe the ADHD is better. And then that person's like, no, having just the problem focusing might be better, which could be true. So I told you guys I'm a beauty school dropout. You know, I've done this 1,000 times to my own hair. I have no idea what your hair is like. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. That's you. That's your hair, boo, not my hair. I've done my hair a long time. So don't take my advice as what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you what I do for me, to try to, you know, maintain on a limited budget and trying to feel good, look good. So do whatever you want. I'm going to. So one of the things I need to do, so I usually do a double process. And a double process is where you lighten and darken your hair. And the reason for that is because I'm going gray. And, you know, I wanted to embrace it. I was thinking about it, but I just feel like it washes me out a lot, so I'm having to put some more color in there. I'd say I'm getting to maybe 50% gray. I do have a lot of blonde in here, and I definitely gray. Yeah, everybody usually grays up at the front. The back's not quite as gray, but it is starting to like have a line of delineation, just meaning like, you know, when you see women, when their hair grows out from whatever color to another color, you can tell when it grew out. That's a line of delineation. So that's what we don't want in hair, right? We want things to be kind of fuzzy, so you think it's still kind of not that way. I don't really have a strong one. A lot of it's just the other color I put in. And then with highlighting, the good thing about highlighting is if I can get it close enough to the root, it does kind of hide that line. So it's not just like down here I don't do as much highlighting, and you can really see the difference in where it is. But then up here towards the root where I can see, I like to go in and place some highlights. Now these are not amazing highlights. I definitely want like a softer balayage. I wanted to go a little more blonde, but I just keep frying the crap out of my hair, so it's like blonde enough. So when I do that, I go in. I will videotape that one for you guys. Woo, that's a marathon. I do that about 4 times a year. I think about once a quarter now is when I do it. I was a point in my life all I had to do was just go in and put highlights, but not anymore. So usually we'll go in, highlight and low light, basically put brown and blonde in my hair. Pretty much all of my hair at this point. I try to leave some of the natural gray. I don't want to like fry my hair. And I do want to weave in some of the gray so that it doesn't look, like I said, just so like stark different. So that's what I did last time. And then I did do a quick little root touch up, I think right before Christmas or something, just to help me kind of get through the holidays. But she's ready. She's ready. She needs a full blow. Now what I don't want to do is come in here and ruin all my beautiful highlights that I did. So I am going to be, I'm trying to decide if I just want to do like a blanket shadow root, meaning it's not very dark. So it's a shadow, you know, it's not like a full color. It's like you put it on there, but then it's going to wash out. And then in 4 weeks, I'm going to be sitting here having to do it again. But I don't know that I necessarily want to go in and do a whole bunch of low lights. And I don't really feel like weaving and foiling. I'll do all that later. You guys can see all the trauma I have to go through. So I think I'm just going to go into just like a basic, quick little root thing. If I have to redo it, and I also don't have enough toner. So there you go. That's all I got. Let's see what else is in here. It's a little tight. Okay, there we go. I never like things around my neck. Like since I was a kid, I've never really worn chokers. I don't like super high neck things. And when I do, I find myself constantly pulling. I'm just not a fan of things like around my neck. What else do we have in here? Oh, these are gloves. I should wear gloves more. I really don't. You guys know my nails are a whole situation, okay? And then I did, where's my trash can? Yeah, well, we'll clean up later. You can't see the pile down there. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so here's my other gripe about women's things is they're all super small. So I'm always like, is the glove gonna fit? Okay. Oh, these are nice, you guys. Like they're like serial killer. You guys, can you see that? They're like textured. They're super thick. They actually fit. Do I have them on the right way? I would assume the grippy part. I like these. Okay. Should I lead a life of crime? No, God says no. Okay. Interesting. I have never seen these before, so let's suit up. Time to suit up. Time to mount up. Let's go. Ooh, that might be my intro. All right. Let's talk hair color. So first I'm going to use some developer. I have not had, I'm also trying not to, I'm trying to do a little bit of a cleanse. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's like everything in me. I have got this big, beautiful bottle of wine sitting in my fridge, and I'm like, should I have a glass? It'd be really fun. Well, I want my antibiotic to work. All right, God said don't kill people, but he didn't say I couldn't have a glass of wine. I'll be right back. Oh, I can't pause it. Okay, everything's all right. Okay, fantastic day, you guys. I don't know about anything that makes your wine taste like Tums. Oh, all right. It's not that. It's just sometimes when it first hits me. Like I said, I've been low acid the last couple of days. Oh, and I definitely didn't plan on it. So, oh, shit. Okay. It smells. It smells. All I can smell is plastic. I've been trying not to put anything in plastic. I was thinking about my dog, and I was like, wow. I used to have a plastic container Because food was in plastic, stored in plastic, served in plastic. You think about our food, it's like all made in plastic, stored in plastic, transported in plastic, and then we heat it up in plastic and microwave on plates. And now they've got like plastic liners for crock pots and things. You're just poisoning yourself. Anytime you apply heat to plastic, you expand it and then it releases all the plastic. They are now finding plastic particles infusing with our DNA. Yes, people, with our DNA. Because plastic is everywhere. We got to get rid of the plastic. You guys, like even this is just making me like, we'll see how long these go. These are, maybe I just need to wash them. A cute little bowl. Oh, because what I have are these old, like plastic red bowls. Hey, maybe I need to upgrade my bowl. I'm not opening it. It smells. Everything in here smells. I want to get this away from my face. Okay, there's like a little brush. Looks like a garter. I don't know if I'm going to keep these gloves. I'm already getting a headache from it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Anyways, so when you do hair dye, you have the, I didn't even bring the hair dye. Okay, this is the one I've been getting. Okay, so you need hair color and you need something to make it stick, right? So when you think about your hair strand, it's got cuticles and they're kind of like an artichoke. That's a good description. And then when you steam, I don't know, do you steam the artichoke and then like the little leaves or like fish scales or something, you know? And so you have to penetrate through those scales. You have to get them to open up to accept the hair color. Otherwise, it's like temporary color. It doesn't hold. So unless you have super blonde hair, and that's because your cuticle is already open, so it may hold a little bit better. So you need something to make it work. So I use Developer. Well, everybody uses Developer. I've been using this one a lot because it's cheap. I can order it to my house. I'd say there's maybe like this much in here. We'll see if it's enough. I'm just going to focus mainly up here and then hit the back. And then you need actual color. I've been using this Age Beautiful stuff, and I actually think it lasts for a good time. It's always dark when it first comes out. Like every time my boyfriend's like, you dyed your hair dark. And I'm like, no, just give it a few washes. And then he's like, oh, okay. Not that he cares that much, but you know, he's like, it looks so dark. And I'm like, just give it a couple washes. It'll look like this, you know, no time. Oh, you guys, I don't know if the wine was the best decision. I say that a lot in my life. Okay, so you need hair color. Hair color. And then I'm just keeping one glove on, okay? And then there's Developer. You need Developer. Let me see who is texting me. Somebody is blowing me up. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to edit it because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm wearing the gloves. Maybe if I try to serial kill somebody. I'll take you guys with me. Okay, so, and now my hands smell. Back to this, okay? So Age Beautiful, Age Beautiful. Hey, it's the same company. I just buy whatever a developer's on sale. Developer's developer to me. Hey, they actually come from the same company. Look at me getting my stuff together. I use a 20. They come in, I don't even know how many levels. I'm not a professional hairdresser, guys. Remember, I just beauty school dropout. Beauty school dropout. There's a whole song from Grease about that. I don't want to get it in my head. Years of that thing in my head. Finally got it out. I think most people use 10, 20, 30. 30, I use only if I really want to bleach it really hard and really fast and I'm okay with the damage, which is like not a lot. So I like 20. It takes a little longer. But it's not as damaging. And then I'm just going to squirt a little bit into this, and then we're going to get going. If I have time, I want to dye my eyebrows. We'll see. We'll see about that. So let's get started. Now, one thing I know is that I only have so much Developer, but I have a whole bunch of color, which kind of usually is the opposite. So whatever I have the least of, that's what I put in first. That way, I don't want to have too much Developer and then there's no color, you know? So I want to add the Developer to the color. So I'm going to add all the Developer I have. That's what I got. That's what I got right there. Right there. Can you see that? That's what I got. I'm trying to get every little drippy drop. It's quite liquidy. There we go. Anytime now. Yeah, all right, it's getting gross. Getting a little weird up in here. It's the wine. So trying to figure out what to do for my podcast. Stuff to give with my sister. I think she's coming around to it. I think she is. I might be getting a podcast. So I don't really know what the ratio. You guys, I'm just gonna. I mean, that's a lot of Developer. So I'm pretty sure I can get away with about. I tend to do like a half a tube at a time. And I want this to be kind of not icing. I don't want it that thick. I want it, and I save these little like root touch-ups. Sometimes I just buy the little root touch-ups. Now I just do this because sometimes I find it's not enough, and I'm like, I would rather have too much so I can do this. But I'm gonna actually paint with this guy, and sometimes it's like I just want a little more detail, or sometimes I just mix with this. Oh, all right. So I've got this situation. Looks like spaghetti in here, and I'm gonna try to not make a complete disaster. I don't even know if I needed this much developer, you guys. Oh, there she goes. She was like, this is gonna take a lot of color. I don't even know if I need that much color. By the time I'm getting washed out, so I need some color. So I want to see. I keep forgetting. Oh, what is the consistency I'm going for? Not quite icing. Like, I don't want it to be super. That's almost perfect. I don't want it to be liquid. But I don't necessarily, like, I want it to be able to soak a little because I go for like a runnier. I want it to blend. I don't want anything harsh. So I'm actually kind of happy with that. Let me add just a little more color just for, because I'm not quite through half the tube. And I don't want to go through all this and then it doesn't even look like I did anything, because I have definitely done that before. All right, so we're good. I go that much. I guess that's about a half. There's probably still some crap up here. I love my life. I just need more money. If only we could do what makes us happy in life. I was thinking about that driving home today. I had to go do some stuff, and I was like, how many people have to live lives where they don't even like what they do at all because of money? And then I'm like, why do we put so much emphasis on money? And then I'm like, oh, because of society, duh. So society tells us that what we should value is beauty, youth, money, and a big schlong. And as long as you're rich, beautiful, and we'll say big schlong, maybe big breasted for women, big schlong for guys. You know, everybody's rich, although a woman can be poor, and that's okay. Interesting. That's like we all just put so much pressure and emphasis on money and youth, and it's like, why do people think that when... I was like, okay, so let me just get this straight. So you are alive 100 years. So anyways, I'm like, so you have 100 years of your life. You're not really supposed to be sexual until you're maybe 15, 16. You know, we start to come into your body. Of course, there's exceptions to everything. And then you're what? Aged out by 25. So that's 10 years out of 100 years of your life that you're considered young and beautiful. What happens after 25? I mean, really, you got 75 years of your life you're old and ugly? That is so ridiculous. I don't understand why we put so much emphasis on this. You know, the traditional hair cutting part is to take your sides here. So I take this, I just kind of find the top of this is the crown of your head. So I kind of come right in the middle and then come up from my ear. I'm going to come right to just behind my ear and then come up. And you guys can see I do have a little bit. See, I am getting maybe about 50. This is still a pretty gray area for me. Towards the back. Maybe I'm just getting, I don't even know it. I don't even know how gray I'm getting. Get you a couple clips. I was cold in here. Now I'm hot, probably from the wine and running back and forth so many times. And I was having a conversation with, somebody the other day. We were talking about Pamela Anderson getting with I don't know if this is true, but I heard she might be hooking up with Liam Nelson. Is he the guy that the daughter keeps getting kidnapped and he has to, yeah, Liam Nelson. And then they said something about, yeah, she's definitely not as hot as she used to be. And I was like, well, she's a lot older now, you know. And they were like, yeah, she stopped wearing all that makeup and now she's scary. And they used the word scary. And I was like, and this is the problem, is that older women are considered ugly, scary. But I also think like, well, Pam, you know, you spent so many years perpetuating that this is what women are supposed to look like. And now that you don't look like that, now you're deemed scary and ugly. You had a hand in that. And so everybody like me sitting over here like, oh my God, I'm getting old. Oh. And I just really have a hard time. And I was sitting there thinking, you know, we could choose to like not do that stuff. We could choose to, you know, focus on people's efforts, focus on, you know, I don't necessarily think that because you're a good actor or you look good in a bikini or you can throw a football really far, it means that you're the people in society we should be lifting up. I think the teachers, the janitors, the firefighters, the police officers, the people who dedicate their lives every single day, you know, the secretaries, the people at the stores, working the gas stations, I mean, those are people who sacrifice. But if you look good in a bathing suit or can kick a ball, you know, then, oh, that's what we want in society. That's not right, you guys. It's just not right. Anyway, so when I do this, I just wanted to show you, like, that's what, you know, most people, normal people do. as they do, like, I do 3 sections, and then this back section I'll show you as I go down. I just kind of part it out. So what I'm going to do is come in here. Now you can see here, oh yes, I do have some scabs. They're not open or anything. They're just scabbed over. I have dermatitis, which is considered like adult dandruff. It's more than dandruff. It's borderline psoriasis or something, because I get the spots all over my body. I have dry, sensitive skin, but I don't think they really took any time to talk to me. So I got diagnosed with dermatitis when I was like 20 years old, and that's what every doctor since then has done. I also have a real problem with the medical community. Anyway, so I'm just like so upset with our culture that we have all this emphasis on youth being beautiful. And then when you're no longer young, you're no longer beautiful. And it's like, so your grandma who raised those kids aren't beautiful? There's no older women who some guys might find attractive? It's just like, I'm just so sad that that's what people think. It's like after 30, you're just over. And I am trying to, I don't want to go too hard. I don't want to get this all over my scalp. I do like to kind of come in and feather it. Like I can see there's a big blonde streak there. So I'm probably going to skip that and just kind of, so it's not, again, not such a harsh line. And then I'm just going to come in here, take a cute little section. Now this does melt. The heat from your hair, the heat from your scalp does warm this up. So I sometimes will, especially on this top part right here, just coming in kind of, because this is where you really see where I mess up. So I was sitting there thinking as I'm driving, like, so what? Now I'm 41, about to be 42. It's like, am I just done? Does society say that's it? You're over? All right, let's think that is okay. Okay. Beautiful women, beautiful men, beautiful people. I've said before, I don't even think you're an adult. So, and I have gotten into a fight with a couple people because guys will say, well, that's just older women being jealous, to which I say, well, that's because you can't manipulate older women. Men in their, no, let's say like, I'd say if you're a 50-year-old or over dating a girl in her 20s, you're not dating her because you love her and want to marry her and want her to have your kids. You want to bone her because she's hot, okay? Let's get that straight. And the reason men like young women is because they're stupid. And I love you, young woman, but I was a young woman, and you're stupid, okay? You're going to get played, and you don't know the games, and you don't have enough self-confidence. You don't know how to stand up for yourself. And men see that, and they go after it. Now, again, there are exceptions to everything, okay? There may be somebody who's like, oh, good for you. Good for you, Kathy, okay? Good for you. But 90% of the men who are double your age are coming at you, because they want to sleep with you. You know, that's what it is. And they're not seeing long term. Now, does that mean it can't turn it? Does that mean that they're horrible people? No, they just want to sleep with you, okay? But you're so young and stupid, and you think they love you, and you think your beauty and sexuality is like money, you know, like commerce, that you can use it. And some women will say, well, use it while you got it, but then I think you're just setting up the next generation. You know, like at some point, women, we have to stand up and say we are beautiful and deserve respect at every age of our life. And to try to minimize our entire life to 10 years because that's when you're the most sexually attracted to us, kick rocks, buddy. Kick rocks. And so I've had this conversation fight multiple times. Every time we get to the end and it's the same thing and they just go, and I go, yeah. Because you know what? I'm not stupid. I'm a 40-year-old woman. I know the games. I've been played the games. I've played the games a couple of times myself. Like, I know what you're doing. And that's why you want to go for the 20-year-old. Because, yeah, she is hot. I mean, things are nice and tight and where they're supposed to be in your 20s. Got it. Okay, got it. Do I find 20-year-old men attractive? There are some good-looking young guys, you know. But I'm not looking at them as future husband material, you know. Like, again, I think we have to bring this back to what it is, and it's sexualizing people and then making people, actual people, feel like after a certain age, they're just not worthy of what? Love, attention, celebrity, being a person. I think we should go in and try to celebrate the people, not because of how they look, but because of who they are, what they do. How good of a person are you? What do you sacrifice in your life for others? How are you making this planet a better planet? I mean, if you're just out here laying around in a bikini cashing your ticket, guess what? You're not going to look like that. You know, someday you're going to get the grays. And I don't think you should use it to get stuff out of other people. I think you should use that time to learn and grow and be able to find somebody if that's what you want, to settle down or be able to find your purpose. Maybe you want to be a business person. You don't want to have kids. You don't want to get married. Trust me, that is okay. So you do you, you do you. But these are just my thoughts and opinions. And I think that if you are double somebody's age, and they're in their 20s, it's just wrong. I feel like you're taking advantage of a child. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it makes me sad that even myself feels like I'm coming to the end of my beauty. And I'm feeling this need to like go out and have these procedures, considering surgeries, doing all this stuff. And at some point I was like, I just don't want to promote this shit. Like, I don't need that. I'm beautiful just the way I am. And if I have wrinkles, I'm beautiful. Now I want to enhance my beauty. I want to look the best I can. I want to feel beautiful and sexy and attractive. Everybody wants that. But I'm not willing to go out there and sell my soul for it. Not to say that I didn't. I mean, I definitely did things that I'm not proud of. Definitely had relationships I shouldn't have. And I used to think of them as regrets. Now I look at them as like more like a learning lesson in life. It is what it is. So that's what I'm going to do about there, guys. And I'm going to try to loosely clip this back up and not ruin my hair clip here. So yeah, that's my little rant and rave there is, we as a society have got to figure out how to stop putting so much emphasis on when you're young, dumb, gullible, and easily manipulated, that's when you're in your prime. Maybe physically, you may be in your prime, but that is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about relationships, sex, everything else. Like looking your best at a certain age, okay, but why does that mean that now men want to go for that? Yes, because they're sexually attractive, but there are women in their 30s that don't even look like they're in their 30s. But to them, it's like a number. It's like if you hit 30 to men, all of a sudden, and women feel this, even 25 sometimes, like Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't date any woman. It's like, oh, you've expired. And that to me is just so shameful. It's so shameful that people tell women that you get to 30 and you're no longer worthy, deserving, beautiful. And I wonder how many men, if the situation was reversed, it would be completely different. So I'm just so tired. And I see these young girls walking around and there's just such sexualization. Like their ass cheeks are hanging out, their boobs are hanging out. And it's like, I can just look at you and tell you have daddy issues, and so can men. So can men. If you're the girl in the room with the least amount of clothing on, you're not getting good attention. You may be getting attention, and maybe you should look at why you want that attention, because I was that girl a couple times where I felt like I needed attention to feel loved. I needed attention from men to be attracted to me, to know that I am loved, and that is your problem. Put some clothes on and love yourself. And I think we as a society, it's like, get naked, it's freedom, it's empowerment. No, it's not. It's sexualizing. I mean, yes, women shouldn't have to wear different things than men, but I also sit there and see like Fox News or CNN, and well, I think CNN's better. I watch all the newses, you guys. I'm going to politics. I watch them all. When I was sitting there watching Fox News the other day, I wasn't watching it for very long, and they had like a round couch, and there were like 4 dudes and a woman, and the dudes are all sitting there covered up in their jackets, down to their knee, and then here's this woman in a dress that's super tight, comes down low, tank top style, with her thighs out. And I'm like, why is it that a woman in a group full of men in a professional setting should be half naked? Why is that? When did we as women say, well, we can't wear a suit, we need to be sexual? I need to show off my body. And that comes from years and years of men taking advantage of women in the workplace and saying, well, if you want to get ahead, you got to, get on your knees or get under the desk. And unfortunately, at that time, there wasn't a whole lot women could do. Some of them just had to do what they had to do. They had families, they had to survive, but they did it. And they didn't take the hit and figure it out and then perpetuated it for the next generation. And I have had, even myself, I've had managers or people in power hit on me. And then I said no, and I didn't get the promotion. Or the person that did get the promotion, I found out later, had been sleeping with the boss. And it's just that thing. If you're the woman that gets down on your knees because you want to get ahead, then that's wrong. And now that man thinks that he can do that to every other woman and is going to expect. So now you've set the road up for the person after you to have to walk in that office and have the same thing done. And even if you have sex with them because for some reason you thought you had to or whatever, it still was wrong and you know it. And now there was a whole generation of women that were pretty much raped at work with promises of getting ahead. And then they pretty much set up the entire next generation because they wouldn't say no. Now, I say that, but it's like, well, what are you going to do? You got a kid at home, you know, it was hard as a woman. You know, we've come a long way to where now we're a little more empowered and, you know, the whole Me Too movement of it all. It wasn't the same back in the day. So I don't know if I would say somebody that's my grandma's age, I would feel that same way. You know, I would feel like that was probably more of a rape situation. And I was even talking to somebody, I think my boyfriend, about rape, and it was like, guys don't understand how much they actually rape women. He's like, what? And I'm like, guys rape women all the time. Guys will lie to your face to sleep with you. And he's like, that's not rape. And I was like, well, what's the definition of rape? I should look it up. I don't even know what the definition of rape is. But to me, it's forcing somebody to have sex with you against their will, or do something sexual, you know, their sexual assaults, whatever. But doing it against your will. So if you lie to me because you want to sleep with me, that's rape. Because if you had to lie to me, so let's say like you don't tell this girl you're seeing another woman because you want to sleep with her, and she says, I'm only going to sleep with you if we're exclusive. I don't want you to sleep with other women. And then he goes, okay, baby, no problem. I'm only sleeping with you. And then goes and sleeps with another woman. That's rape. That's rape. Because if she had known that you were going to go sleep with another woman, she wouldn't have slept with you. And you know that, and that's why you lied, right? So if you manipulate and you lie and you make her think that she's giving herself to you freely in a situation, regardless of if it's somebody else, or you lied to her and told her she's pretty or she's not, or you love her or you don't, if you had to lie to her to sleep with her, you have raped her. Okay? Even if she consented, she did it under a falsehood. And if you wouldn't have lied, she wouldn't have slept with you. And that's what makes it wrong, is that you manipulated her and you raped her. Because rape is being forced to do something against your will, right? So if she had her will, she would have chosen not to sleep with you. But you took that away. It's rape. Also, like female dog rape, like people leave animals, like 2 male dogs and a smaller female dog. You don't think that little dog's going to get raped? Let's put your 12-year-old daughter in a room with 18-year-olds that are bigger than her, and then tell her that she wanted it when she comes up pregnant in a couple of months. And like the whole breeding situation, oh, what was that TV show that's super popular right now? Maybe it was a Yellowstone or something. I cried. Oh my gosh, they did like this whole, where they inseminate, they didn't even inseminate, they lock the female up so that she can't move against her will, bring in a horny horse, which they have made sure is ready, like ready, wants to, traps her, pin her down, and let him rape her. Female dogs get raped all the time in breeding situations. And I can't stand it because the person I was talking to was like, well, she wanted it. And I'm like, you know, go F yourself. Go F yourself. How do you know that a dog wanted it? You know, if you're out in the woods with a man and he looks at you a certain way and you know you're either going to be beaten, murdered, or you could just give it up, you may choose to give it up. But again, it's still rape. It doesn't mean you wanted it. Like, let's stop putting females and males alone in a situation or forcing them and then saying it wasn't rape. It is rape. It's all rape. It's all rape. Okay? And we need to start talking about this. We need to start talking about female dog rape. We need to start talking about our breeding processes. We need to start talking about how we treat animals just in general, from the way we treat them when we're going to eat them, to how we keep them in cages, to then turning around and raping them. I'm going to talk about it some more in my food thing, because even like dairy, I think, is so sad, because we basically take a little baby female cow, hook her up, you know, oh no, you can't make milk till you're raped. So you have to take a little baby cow, let her get old enough, then have her raped, then take her and hook her up to a machine for the rest of her life until she gets too old, and then you slaughter her. You take her children and you either grow them up to be a male child that's going to rape other people or go get slaughtered. If it's a female, she's going to be raised to be raped and have the same thing happen to her. None of this is okay, you guys. None of this is okay. Like, when did we as people decide that we could just treat other animals? And I get that they're animals, and I understand that they're not human beings, but they still have feelings, you know? Like, they still, you know, everything has feelings. And I just think it's so, like, oh, it just makes me so mad, you guys. It just makes me so mad when I have conversations with people and they will sit there and fight with me about this stuff. And I'm like, what are you smoking, dude? Like, if that was your 12-year-old daughter, you would not leave her in that room. Okay? You wouldn't pin her down and have some man come over and get on top of her while you sit there and fluff them up ahead of time. You just wouldn't do it. So why do you do it to other living, breathing animals? You know? I just don't get it. And then it's like that whole thing, like child abuse, animal abuse. There are just bad people in the world, you guys. There are just people who have no moral compass, who have given up, who don't care, and have no problem utterly hurting other things. And those are the kind of people that are scary, because they're just going to keep doing it. But I think what we have to do is take it so that society knows, like, hey, all of this is wrong, you guys. All of this is wrong. All of it is. But I want to get into more of that stuff in my food video, because I want to get, and I keep wanting to make these podcasts, but I want them to be a little more researched. You know, I would like to get some statistics. I need to go on and figure something, because I don't want to be just like talking out of my butt, you know, like, oh, but this is an opinion, you know, this is my opinion. And I have researched, and I do a lot of research, and I am pretty knowledgeable about a lot of things. So I feel like I'm entitled to at least be able to come on here and have an opinion, but I would like to, you know, form it up a little bit better. So if anybody has any facts on that kind of stuff, let me know. But I feel like just the way in general we treat animals it's just so sad to me. I had a friend say it's barbaric, and I was like, you know what, I think that's the exact word that I would use too, is that it's just barbaric, the way that we treat animals. And they deserve better. They definitely do. What, they spent their lives helping us, guarding us, hauling our stuff, protecting us, feeding us after we rape them and take their children and fucking eat them. Like, come on, you guys. We're human beings. I know they're not, but we are. Like, act like it. Anyways, 26 minutes of me on my high horse. So, oh my God, my nose. Hold on. Holdy-do. Okay, the nose was bothering me. I'm sure it bothers you guys. I'm sure you guys are like, will you please go blow your nose? And it's like, I will, but I will be back in 5 seconds having to blow my nose again. So what I'm doing right now, ooh, that's a big section. I'm coming in and getting sections. So probably like this size over. And I try to do sections different every time. So sometimes I do this, sometimes I wing it, and that's because I always miss stuff. I can't see the back of my head, people. If I could see the back of my head, my hair would look a lot better. Okay? Okay? Okay. So yes, I'm trying to figure out a whole bunch of stuff, including life's quandaries. Still working on it. I'm getting hot. This thing is hot. Okay. Oh, that is hot. Woo, I already feel better. All right, so I've pretty much ditched everything out of that container. So what's going on with you guys? How are you doing? How's life treating you, huh? How's it going? I am going to, now that I can kind of see, I'll show you guys. I kind of come in, feel for that root, and then kind of come down from there. And again, sometimes I turn it just to help it blend. It's hard for me to do. I'm always used to doing it this way. So it's really hard for me to, I kind of just feel my way around. And this is just a medium. You know, I'm not going to keep it on too long. I'm not that worried. It'll all wash. That's a good thing about the way I do my hair is I F it up. That's okay. Also, have you guys been dreaming lately? Because I have been dreaming. I have been having some crazy dreams. And it's weird because for the longest time I couldn't remember my dreams. Oh, I did forget to get I always have to come back in here because I always come and then I've always missed. Okay, I'm going to come around and do like a whole rim. I just don't want like this side to be darker because this side, like this is already processing and this down here doesn't have anything on it. So I'm trying not to take too long. It's more important when you bleach, but I don't want like this quarter of my head to be dark and then this quarter of my head to be light. Although I've seen some trends. I've seen some trends with that. So yeah, so there's my thoughts for the day. There's my thoughts for the day. Don't I look beautiful? Am I beautiful? I think so. So yeah, I'm really getting into like this whole age thing, and I think I'm going to throw away a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you guys was I did this whole like bag review because I bought this bag on Amazon, and I was laying in bed one night, couldn't sleep. Okay, so sometimes I remember my dreams, sometimes I don't, sometimes I just can't sleep. And I was like, well, I saw this girl was like, if you're going to review Amazon stuff, which I don't really do, but if you're going to do it, get an affiliate link. And then when people click the link, you can get a commission. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds good. Maybe I'm trying to make some money off this thing after all. And then I went through the whole thing. I contacted Amazon, got signed up, got approved, did the video, went to go push upload, and I couldn't. I just couldn't, you guys. I couldn't. I was like, I feel like I'm selling out. I can't. Because I told you guys, one thing that's very important to me is that I keep this content what I want it to be. And I don't want to be pushing Amazon. I am, although I use it a lot because it's convenient, the way the employees are treated, the way it's so bad for our environment, you know, there's just a lot of problems with just the underlying ethics of Amazon for me. And I want to get away from it. You know, I'm going to start going out and getting my own stuff again. I think 2020, it was so nice just to be able to have everything delivered. And sometimes I still do want to have things delivered. I don't want to be like, I'm never using it. I don't know that I want to be out here supporting it. I don't want to take money for something I don't believe in, because I think that's really bad karma. If I'm going to take money for something, I want it to be because I think it's good, because I think I'm doing something good in the world, because I think I'm helping people, I'm sharing my ideas, my thoughts, or even just putting it out here because one person sees it. So I couldn't do it, you guys. I couldn't sell out. I was like, what am I doing? I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm sitting here preaching about how bad this company is, and I'm going to sit here and make money off of it. I can't do that. So I decided not to, deleted the video, and I'm not speaking to the affiliate people. And I will say I'm proud of myself for making that decision. Okay? So we're going to have to find other ways to make this a lucrative career. Okay, you guys? Give me some ideas. Help me out. I'm getting down to the bottom here. I'm like, maybe I am going through menopause. I don't know. I saw my lady doctor, and she was like, well, you could be. She's like, not completely out of the realm of possibilities. Okay, let me pay attention. Because I'm just sitting here winging it, and this is when I get myself into trouble. I like to make sure I got a nice solid front line, because a lot of times I'll forget a section, or especially like up in here and here, which is where I'm kind of, man, that was not a very good. Okay, there we go. Cause see how it kind of like, and then I'll like miss a whole section of it. So what I've learned is when I think I'm done, I'm not. I need to come back in here and really get, plus this is that recession area. So especially on this side, I have to get like every hair, and the darker this is, the thicker it looks. So when I have super blonde hair, my hair definitely looks even lighter. So I don't want that. So I'm going to come over here now and do this side, which I just did. So I'm probably just doing a little double do it. And then I realized I don't need to do the whole eyebrow. I always just dye my eyebrows when I dye my hair. And I'm going to show you how. All right, let me just make sure. Let me get a good perimeter here. Just really, you know, when I put my hair up in a ponytail, this is all the crap you see. Do you guys do your own hair? Or like, do you go see somebody? Also, if you're in North Carolina, let me know who you go see. I need somebody. I need help, you guys. Do I have a cute, oh, I am finally getting the hang of this. All right, now I'm just coming around the backy loo here, back. And then I always forget, like right here under my ears. So now I just learned a few things, you guys. Like, I know my weaknesses, okay? I know my weaknesses. I know my weak spots. I'm gonna probably leave this on for about 20 minutes. So when this says 55, I'll go wash it off. Now my eyebrows, I can't leave on that long. My eyebrows, they're a little sensitive. But sometimes I use it for my eyebrows, but it's so dark. So I was like, okay, I'm glad I remember, because I think I dyed it with this last time, and it was so dark. Like, my sister was like, what did you do? And I was like, I don't know how to get it out. It was so dark. It was so bad. So I stopped myself with the dye. So, yeah, I'm going to dye those. So those will probably take about 10 minutes, and then I'll get to the point I can't keep them on anymore. It's almost like they burn and they itch at the same time. I don't know. It's not, it's probably an allergic reaction. So yeah, you guys, I've just been thinking a lot about like beauty and like what is beauty and who gets to decide what's beautiful. And I feel like some horny men decided what was beautiful a long time ago when women didn't have any voices. But guess what, guys? We have voices now. We have voices now. So we should use them. We should use them. And I don't want to shame anybody that had to do what they had to do to get by, especially if they felt like they didn't have a choice, because that's your will being taken away, and that's not something you choose. But at the end of the day, I will say that sometimes in those situations you do have a choice, and it might be a harder road, but it's the right road. So if you're in a position where something like that happens to you, especially now, like, report it, say something, don't put up with that. Just don't. I had somebody the other day come and like look at my boobs, and I just looked at him. I didn't even say anything. I just looked at him, and he just kind of like, and it was like, why would you think that's appropriate? And why should I have to sit here and get called a biatch for calling you out? And I gave him the cold shoulder for a couple of weeks, which is like last year. And he came up to me and he said, I feel like you're upset with me. And I said, well, I thought the way you looked at me was inappropriate. He goes, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. And I said, don't do that again. And he goes, okay. And he never did. And he was super nice to me, never had to take it any further. But like, why do guys think that they can do that? Because they've done it to other women and it was okay. Somebody has to stop the cycle, guys. Somebody has to say, I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to do the hard thing, even though I don't want to, or even though it'd be easier, like my Amazon affiliate. It would be so much easier just for me to be out here collecting commissions, but it doesn't sit right with my soul. It doesn't sit right with my heart and who I am. So I'm going to take the hit. Okay, not like I was going to make a whole bunch of money. It's an example, you guys. I'm going to take the hit to do the right thing. And you know what? I'm going to be more blessed because of it. And when I do get that income, it's going to be 10 times more because I did it the hard way and the right way. So learn that lesson, you guys. Just because something seems easy now, it does not mean it's the right thing. And whatever you do, whether it's good or bad, it always comes back to you. It's all just energy. You know, it's all just energy out there. So don't put that energy out there. You know, if you're in a situation where that's happened to you, report it, even if it was a long time ago. And I've been like calling people out too. And it's like so many people in my life got away with so many things because I thought I was going to be a biatch if I stood up for myself. And that was just the way I was groomed, was don't stand up, don't make it, you know, women are bitches if they do this or that. And it's like, no, I'm not a bitch because I'm not okay with you sexually harassing me. You know, that doesn't make me a bitch. And me standing up for myself doesn't make me a bitch. And not only that, Walmart's calling me? Isn't Walmart Amazon? Anyway, so I've been telling my mom, because my mom's so nice. Like, she'll just, like, let people in. And I'm like, Mom, stop. And I keep saying to her, don't get raped, be rude. Don't get raped, be rude. Because women don't want to be rude. Like, I've had men put me in situations where I spoke up and they looked at me like I was rude or a bitch, or they said, well, that's rude. And I'm like, who are you? Like, why do you think, oh my gosh, I have to tell you about the census guy. So the census guy came around. This is a very good example. Census guy came around. Last time they did census in North Carolina. And he knocked on the door and I was home by myself. I wasn't expecting him. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I thought he was the neighbor coming over because he was going to drop something off and leave. So I opened the door and I realized it's not him. And I see he's got like a badge on, but those mean nothing these days. And he's asking me questions and I'm like, you need to come back and talk. I can't talk to you right now. I'm not answering these questions right now. And I was renting at the time. And I was like, this isn't even my house. Like, you need to come back. And he kept trying to kind of push the door open. And I finally put my foot in the door to stop it because he tried to put his foot in the door to come in. And I stood there and I looked at him. My eyes got big and he goes, you know, I could come in if I wanted to. And then turned around and walked away. And I stood there, creeped and I tried to find like how I couldn't find any way to report him. I had no idea who this guy was. I didn't even see the name on the badge, you know, but he could pick up that I was uncomfortable with him trying to come into the house. And I was being nice. I wasn't being rude. I just was not letting him push the door open. And then he made that creepy ass comment. And I'm like, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. What had happened if I had let that guy in the house? Food. Be a bitch. Don't get raped. Okay? Okay? You stand up for yourself. And if some guy's going to act like you're rude when he's the one being inappropriate, you get him, girl. You get him. I still want to find him. Whoever that was. Since this guy in North Carolina came to my house and tried to force his way in and then pretty much threatened that he could get in if he wanted to. Not with God on my side, buddy. God was there. He's not letting you in my house. Trust me, he's not letting anybody in my house. But yeah, I get on my mom about that all the time. And she's like, well, it's rude. And I'm like, it's your house. You don't have to let anybody in that you don't want to let in. It's your house. You have the right to shut the door and say, stay out. And if anybody tries to force their way in, you don't need to let them in your house, okay? Long story short. Census people are ugly. Ooh. Maybe mad or ugly, mean ugly. He wasn't that good looking either. But I mean, like, who says that? Who does that? And that's the thing is people will act like they're nice and they'll act like they're good guys and they'll show up. And who knows if he was even a census guy? Who knows? I mean, he could have been a hitman. I don't know. Who knows? I keep getting this dream that somebody keeps sending a hitman after me. And then in my dream, the hitman fell in love with me. It wouldn't kill me. All this? I was trying to think of some of the other crazy dreams I've had. Oh, it's so crazy. So, man, I thought there was a hitman coming after me. There was a Oh, what was the other one? Oh, my family stole my inheritance. I'm adopted or stolen. I don't even, all this crazy dreams. I'm having all these dreams. And some of them I remember, some of them I don't. And like, I try to like think about them. I even tried to write them down. I can't read the handwriting the next day. I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. But then like, I'll just be walking along my business and then I'll see a face and I'll be like, oh, and then I remember this whole dream I had. And then I'm like, wow, that's weird. So long story short, I'm not letting any maintenance men in my place right now. It was a maintenance man that was coming for maintenance for something and was hired by somebody to kill me. Showed up, was in my house, realized I was not who that person said I was, completely fell in love with me, like in love with me, and then refused to kill me and do it. Even gave the money back. Hey. I did have a guy here doing the dish or the washer. My washer broke. Just say. Oh, I did have, the creepy one. Oh, the creepy one was that there was cameras in my apartment, my old apartment. Cameras like in the bathroom and stuff and people watching. And it was just like, oh, it's fucking creepy. I've had some really scary ones too. I don't want to talk about them. Mm-mm. I try to put those out of my head. I've also been dreaming a lot about God. Just really weird stuff. I told you guys I'm trying to like figure out my relationship with God and spirituality, and I am on a ride. I did some free like tarot pulls the other day, and I was like, I don't think I was just using them as yes or no's. Like, if it's upright, it's a yes, and if it's downright, it's a no. And before I knew it, everybody in my life was like a serial killer, pedophile, rapist. I was like, okay, all right, what's happening? We gotta get it together. These tarot skills are not on point yet, not on point. So I was telling my sister about some of this, and she's like, you're crazy. Like, why are you thinking? And I'm like, I don't know. You know what it is? I think I'm doing so much internal work that I've just got all this stuff coming up, and I don't know what's real and what's fake. Like, I don't know what, like you have an interaction with somebody and then you walk away and you think about it and like you have your perspective and then they have their perspective. And then, you know, I dream about that. And it's not at all what it was. So I'm like, I can't really trust my dreams. Obviously, I don't think these people are all these horrible people doing these things. I think I'm just a little confused about what's reality and what's not, especially some of the stuff in my childhood. Like some of that stuff was like, wow, if that really did happen to me, that's pretty effed up. And that could explain why. Also, do I think it really happened to me? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what to do with that. Some of it's scary. Some of it's good. Some of it's like sad. Some of it makes me really confused. Some of it's very clarifying. I do think there's some truth in some of it because some of the things I dreamed about were on point. Yeah, so it does make it a little scary because like sometimes I'm right about stuff and I tend to have a pretty good intuition about stuff. And I think wires are connecting, neurons are firing, like things are happening. And I think they're trying to do this. And right now they're like, and that's why I'm getting all these kind of like, and it feels like slowly but surely I'm getting down. You know, like eventually everything that's up here is going to come to right here. So all right, well, I got about 5 minutes. I got to go get my booty in the shower. Let's see what this looks like. I'll be right back. Oh, cheers. Have a drink for me while I'm gone. Cheersy poo. I'm back. Freshly washed. See, my eyebrows don't look so scary. And see, this one. Always this one. I got this robe for Christmas, you guys. Isn't it cute? It's LLB, my boyfriend. Ooh, hello. Let me just close myself up here a little bit. My boyfriend got it for me. My boo thing got it for me. He's got a really nice one. It's like a thick daddy, like a thick daddy one. And I steal it all the time. I'm always stealing it. Especially I take the dog out and stuff like that. So it's like, I get cold. And I love his big, oversized, super heavy, super thick robe. So he got me my own. I was like, I guess you don't want me to use yours anymore then, huh? But mine's not as thick. But you know what? I'm actually okay with that because I get like, I'm so hot right now. So here we go, you guys. Grand reveal. La 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 la. Was that a grand reveal noise? I don't know. I shut the door. Also, you guys, I got approved on the YouTube thing. I have on clothes under this. Some of them. I'm gonna have to edit this video for sure. I got approved on the YouTube thing, so now I can upload as many videos as I want in one day. Yay! Yay! Super fun. Super great for me. I don't see a whole lot of grays, you guys. Don't see a whole lot of grays. Oh, I got to put it in this video too. I forgot. I shot some B-roll footage over the weekend. I went to PF Chang's with my sister, and that was fun. I only recently started going to PF Chang's. I had never been there before, so and it's good. And you should go. And we had a really lovely server, and her name was Amanda. I was like, hey, Amanda, that's easy to remember. Had great cocktails. Everything was good. I got some videos of that. And then we went to this little hole in the wall bar. So me and my mom, my grandma, my aunt, my aunt and uncle are from Arizona. Linda and Jimmy. I love my aunt and uncle. They're from Arizona, and they're trying to move back out to this area. So we were house hunting for them, and so we were going to go stop somewhere and have lunch. We walk into this bar, and it's clearly not like a lunch place. It's definitely like a late night bar kind of a place, like a hole in the wall kind of place. We were like, yeah, we'll go somewhere else. And I think we ended up going down the street eating somewhere. So I told my sister, I was like, let's go back there, because it looked kind of cool. Like, I don't mind hole in the walls. So we were going there. And then it looked kind of busy, so we stopped by this Italian place and had a beef Wellington and way overpriced martinis. And I was like, let's go to this cheap hole in the wall. So then we did that, and they had a live band. We actually had more fun there. And I was like, she's like, yeah, we should just come here. I'm like, I wasted, $50 on 2 drinks and an appetizer. I mean, we could have had multiple martinis there, and they had good lemon drop martinis. That little bartender there, I forget what her name was, but she was working, girl. She was sitting there thinking, it is a Friday night and you got one bartender here. It wasn't that big of a place, but still, like. Anyways, what are you guys doing today? Anyways, okay, I'm going to go about my day now. I will catch up with you guys in about 3 to 4 hours, and I will show you what my hair looks like dried naturally. Let me put it, and then I have to remind myself, don't touch it, because I am just a toucher. I love to touch my hair. I promise you guys, I can't promise you I'm lying. If I promise you I'm lying, and I don't like to be a liar, so I'm probably going to touch it. But I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to just let it. It's got nothing in it, you guys. Nothing. She's bare naked. Let's see how this goes. All right, see you soon. I just had to get on here and show you my hair because I've only had one more glass of wine, but I can already tell I'm not feeling like doing anything tonight. And so this is her. This is her. This is what she looks like right now. She's living her life. She's doing her thing. She's having fun with it. She is enjoying.